Yeah. So wait, is Shelby coming or no?
Wait, I think I think we're live. Let me make sure I got all my stuff. Okay. Fernie, say hi to the people. We got Fernando in the building.
From the Art of Shaving.
Welcome to the first live stream with New York Barber. And we are gonna do probably like a #1 fade today. Because I don't trust myself doing skin and I don't want to look like a dummy for New Year's Eve. But here I am with my, what people would say, Danny Phantom hair. Second time coloring it. Shout out to Jonathan Kyorga, John Q. He's one of my good friends. Him and his wife have a shop in Mineola, and they do haircuts and they can do color for you, and they're great. All right, I got all my clippers lined up. Got the clips ready to go. But the first thing I think I want to do is thank you, Beauty Babe. Appreciate that. So before I do the fade, this stuff kind of grew out. So what I want to do is trim it to a certain length so that when I actually do cut tight in here, you don't have a bulk heaviness here. So what's gonna happen, no, I'm actually at the Art of Shaving right now on Madison Avenue. So what I wanna do is gonna take some length. You see all this stuff that kind of sticks out? I'm gonna make like a square shape. So all this that's sticking out, I'm gonna take this off. And what that's gonna do is give me a guideline so that when I actually do fade it, it's gonna fade into this shorter length and blend really nicely into the long hair. So let's rock and roll, make the first cut. Here we go. We're doing it live. All right. Let me look up here, makes it a little easier. Gonna freehand it a little bit, you know, but you really want to make this square shape, and it'll be short enough to give you that blend. It's gonna look a little awkward first, but once you start putting the clippers underneath it, it's gonna blend right into it. You're gonna look fresh. You want to also keep that square shape, but bring it as far back to the the crown as you can. I probably should have a cape on. Que lo que, Tigarazo, Steven checking in. I love you, bro. Happy holidays. That's my primo from New Jersey. He's crazy. He's crazy in a good way. Tell Placido I said, where's my mama Juana? Yeah, I think that's a good length. Right here, I'm gonna do the same thing on this side, so it easily can blend later on when I make it short. Oh, we got my brother Victor checking in too, VA Media Group. He's top notch in Photoshop, and he helps me a lot with my website. So if you see anything cool on my site or anything on my page that's digital, it's definitely from him. So check him out too. And I tell him to get into that NFT universe, because that's going to be something, designing people's avatars. Happy holidays to you too, man. I miss you. Okay. So do like a little check. That feels good. Okay, now we'll go into the fun part. Dust this off. Alright, so what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna start with a number 2, and I'm gonna make my baseline for the fade. In case you missed it, I took some bulk off of here already, and that's gonna give me my guide to blend into. I'm gonna try to sort of, you know, not go too far deep into my hairline here. So my first line is gonna be right about here. And then everything below this is going to be, so I know I'm starting with a 2. So the 2 is going to go up to here. Everything underneath it will be 1, 1.5, 0. But I think I'm going to stop at 1. So like 1 is going to be at the bottom here. But at least 2 is going to give me where I know the transition is going to be next. So here we go. And now you're going to start to see my real hair color. Or maybe I should do a mullet. Who thinks I should do a mullet? The thing about cutting hair too, when you have your guard and you know what length you're going for, like really go for it. You see, like I'm really pressing as hard as I can until I know that that area that I'm pressing in is the length that I'm looking for. So like once it stops making the crunchy sound of hair cutting, I know the 2 is all the way there. So the first line is going to be a 2. And right now I'm not cutting any more hair. Let me see where I'm at. Okay. This is the desired line that I wanted. And later on, I'm gonna go ahead and blend it in. But because I trimmed it earlier, it already looks okay. So like this would be like a light scissor blend that I'll do later on. So here we are with the number 2. And now the next length I'm going to do is 1.5. So I'm going for 2, 1.5, then to 1, and 1 is going to be at the bottom here. So the transition between 1, 1.5, and 2, you'll have like a nice blend, a nice fade. How's everybody doing in the metaverse? Oh, Gillies. Yeah, I know, we got to go back to Jamaica as soon as possible. This guy, Gilly's got all the good videos. He's got all the my karaoke debut in Jamaica. Thank you, thank you. Mr. Morelli. Mr. Morelli's the man too. If you ever want to go to one of the, actually the best, in my opinion, steakhouse in Manhattan, Keen's. It's in Herald Square. Service is top notch. And probably one of the best experiences I've ever had in a restaurant. A lot of history there too. So this is 1.5. Same thing. I'm going just a little bit underneath the 2 so that it blends nicely when I bring the 1 in. Alright, now we're on number 1, and this is going to start to highlight the fade a little bit more now. Yo, Happy New Year to you too, bro. Be safe and congratulations on the new baby. It's funny trying to do it through the phone because it's like a different look, so I have to like look in the actual mirror for a second. I don't know, I might just go for the mullet, or maybe like a mini mohawk, maybe. Alright, so there we go, we're on number 1 now. And I think I'm gonna go a little bit lower on the bottom. I might not go skin because it's just tough to do it on your own. But we are getting somewhere. There you go. I'm gonna go. This is a half. This is 0, half, 0, half. And start the sideburn. And so now we're at half going into a 1, and the 1 went into the 1.5, and then the first one that I did was a 2. So now you see, if you understand that, the increments as you go up, then now you start to understand fading a little bit. That you have different measurements, and then when you line them up, they all sort of match each other. Oh, we got a special person that just tuned in. So where we are now is the 1 on the bottom. And now I'm going to try to bring it to the side. I'm going to have to bring out a mirror though, so I can see what I'm doing. I don't want to mess this up. I'm going to go back to the 1.5. And let's see it, if you guys can see. Can you guys see that? Am I on the, yeah, okay. Oh, it's starting to come out. All right, so 1.5, a little below the line here. See, this is why most barbers don't love cutting their own hair, because it just takes time, and it also makes a mess. So go to your neighborhood barber and patronize their business, please. But also it just saves you time. Oh, we're getting somewhere. Maybe we should do the mohawk. I don't know. Thinking about it. What do you guys think? I still have a chance to keep the mohawk going. So this is a little tricky too. It's like, right now I'm dealing with like colored hair and non-colored hair. So to make it look proportional, you want to make this line have a slight bend to it, because it's following the shape of the head. The shape of the head back here starts to dip in a little bit, so you have to flick a little outwards in order to create this connection blend here, which I'll do later on with the scissors most likely. But because I cut it earlier in the beginning of the video, it already kind of looks pretty good. But this line, it's starting to dip a little bit here, so I think I'm gonna just bring it up just a touch with the 2 and continue it across. Unless you want me to do a mohawk. If I get like 3 votes for the mohawk, it's happening. Hopefully you guys were able to see that side view, because I couldn't see very well. But let me get to number 2. Oh man, I'm getting one nope from my my New Year's Eve date tonight. So I guess the mohawk's not gonna happen. Right there. Bring this up just a little bit. Where are all my barbers at? Oh damn, my brother said I should do the mohawk. No, I can't. again somewhere. The lighting makes it look cooler though. In real life, it's a little choppy right here. Get this one little spot right here. Oh yeah, there we go. You can see it's starting to take shape. I'm gonna do the other side now, and then I'll match it in the middle. Wait, you don't hear me? I've been talking this whole time. No, it should be good. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me out there? I think you have me on mute, Diana. Because people were responding to me before, so they definitely can hear me. I think it's because you have a Nextel still, maybe. All right, so now, basically what I did here with this mini fade, I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. But I'm gonna use this guy that I had before here, and I'm gonna do the same over here, because your haircuts, you want them to be symmetrical. Actually, sometimes you want them to be asymmetrical, which means they could be off a little bit, just to have like a certain flow to the hair. But in this style that I'm going for, hey, we got Dave, bro, my brother's in. We got Jonathan, my other homie, was here earlier, got his fresh haircut. Welcome. Mazel tov and Happy New Year to everybody. So, oh, look who it is. You got Shelby Anna in the building.
Hi.
This is my social media manager. She's the one who did the Tiger King video.
What's up?
Welcome. And this is also her light, her ring light thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, another one.
Well, welcome.
People are in right now.
We got 6 people in right now. People coming in.
Cool.
Oh, much love to my sister-in-law, Anne. We miss you. We love you. She's awesome. They're in Pennsylvania right now. All right, here we go. Here we go. So now, like I said, I'm going from this guideline here, and I'm going to keep it the same on this side. And I'm starting out with the 2. And then I'll meet in the middle, in the back, and I'll blend that out afterwards. So here we are with the 2. Like I said, you keep going until you don't hear the hair crunching anymore. Also be careful too on your hairline whenever you're cutting your own hair, because you might want to blend that later on. It's something to do at the end rather than just go straight for it and try to cut it all at once. So here you go. Oh, again somewhere. This is like, I'm in my Zach Morris phase right now, where I feel like I have a Zach Morris kind of haircut. And no one told me that he was coloring his hair back then. I just thought his hair was just cool like that. And he had the undercut too before everybody. Oh, tell her I said hi. Tell your daughter I said hola. So matching this up there. Oh, could bring this up a little bit. But like I said, keep going until you don't hear any more hair cutting anymore. You can press hard too. And now you have your baseline. There you go. And I'm sort of like oversimplifying, just so like if you never did it before, you know, don't be afraid to go for it. I mean, if you make mistakes, it's like, it's not a tattoo, you know, it grows back. Alright. So we did the 2. And I'll go back and I'll blend this later on, but for now, I think it's a good, let me see. Oh yeah, it doesn't look bad. Can you guys see me on here? Yeah, yeah. Okay. I'm in the metaverse. Okay, okay. kind of cool. Okay, so like right now that I could see it a little bit better, I think I'm gonna go ahead and match it up to the back. See? Can you guys see that? Okay, cool, yeah. So you see how I'm like connecting the two sides? Kind of makes like a little dip in the middle, and that's your preference, like your style choice is up to you. I like to take out the point just a little bit so it has like a subtle sort of roundness to it. But again, see how I'm going like all the way with the two? I'm pressing it as hard as I can. Actually, I don't mind this little peak. I think I might keep that. I think it looks kind of cool. And yeah, I think I like that. So I'm gonna just go up a little bit more. And we'll start fading. We'll start fading. Definitely should have wore a cape, so this is gonna be itchy. Real quick, I just want to say Happy New Year's to everyone. Wish you guys wealth, health, peace, and love. Okay, here we go. So we did the 2 again, so I'm just gonna repeat the same thing I did last time. Thank you so much, Alona. Mazel tov to you guys. And, you know, I do the best you can. I mean, Jonathan's a handsome guy. It's just, he's an easy canvas to work on. It's not so much what I do. He's already bringing so much to the table. I just have to do a little bit. So we're going to go up now with the 1.5. I don't know why I'm putting this mirror. Okay. And 1.5 right underneath the 2. That's all set. Now we'll go with the 1. Hello, everyone. Oh, is that Victoria? Wow. Nice to see you. Justin, welcome. Now we're going with the number 1, and that's going to lead into the 1.5, and it'll make like a nice transition. Shelby, how many influencers are in the room right now?
How many influencers are in the room right now?
If you don't know Shelby, she has a pretty decent TikTok following. She's a creator.
I am. To some extent. Shoot some boomerangs. I don't think I can go into the account anymore.
Alright, so now we're doing the number 1. And it's starting to shape out pretty nice. And that goes underneath the 1.5 that I did. And also too, like beard is a whole different scenario. I'd probably fade this down, but that'll be later on. I don't have that much time. I only have like a half hour left. So I guess that could be my next video. So now that we got the 1 in, back to the half, 0, half, and we're gonna go in here. Let me look at the regular mirror for a second. Not bad. So you see what I meant before, like why I trimmed this here, because now the transition kind of works well. But I'll still go back with the scissors and sort of clean it up a little bit. Okay, so we got the half going. I'm gonna switch to the mirror so I can see. Oh, nice. We're getting somewhere here. Okay. So this is the tricky part, but I want to stay on camera here. Okay. see that? Okay. This is, I'm going up with the half, so this is gonna make like a line that you can see. But I'm gonna go and blend it out. This is a tricky part too. You have to like bring the camera, you have to bring the mirror out as far as you can to see where you're going. So you don't want to go up too high. And you don't want to make a line that's going to be hard to get out. See, with this half line here, now I know I'm going into the 2, and you can see where it's dark, and I'm going to blend all that out. Here we go. Now this is also tricky. You have to pull the mirror far away from you so you can see what's going on. I definitely should have wore a cape because there's hair going down my back. But fuck it, we're doing it live. We're going live. Oh damn. Okay, we're getting somewhere. See, I'm trying to make it as straight as possible. Okay. Not bad. There you go, wait, hold on. Yep, wait, let me just get, wait, switch hands. So now you can see that line that I made. But the cool part, hold on, I don't want to mess this up. Right here. Okay, cool. So now we have that line. And what we're gonna do is blend out of that line in a second. Hold on, I'm itchy now. Okay, so my clipper came with this sort of half guard, and this is really good of transitioning out of the no guard clip. So like you could bring it down to 0, and with this it'll give you, it's a very thin guard, but it'll help me transition out of that line that I just made. So here we go. We're gonna do that here. Can you see me? Can you see me? Okay. And we're gonna go like this. And this is the beginning of me transitioning out of that line I made, but also matching it to what I did already on the side, if you can see. You wanna keep it nice, keep that blend nice. And right now, I'm going into a number 2, so like I know that once I take out this mini line that I made, all I gotta do is the 1.5, the 1 and the 1.5, and I'll be good. I'll blend into that, that number 2 that I started out with. Kind of just gently going over the line so I don't make a new line. And I'm sort of flicking out just a little bit. Just so when I come in with the 1, you can see the transition a little bit better. Okay, that's that. What's going on? Ed from the South, welcome. Here we go. This is a number 1 now. starting to shape out. Get in there. You see that dark spot in the middle? You see that dark spot? All I gotta do now is blend it out with the 1.5. Shout out to John too for coming in and checking me out. Welcome, welcome. All right, so here we go. And now that 1.5 line should be, it may not be out completely, but it's gonna be less visible. And I'll go back and just touch it up just a little bit. But it's already starting to look way better. See? It's like taking out that darkness that was there before. Alright. Yep. That's exactly how I was going for it. Okay. Same thing. You see that darkness there? I'm gonna go in with that 1.5. Getting there. I mean, you still see like a deep line. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run a 2.5 just to soften it a little bit, but I like it. I think it looks all right. And I feel like I'm getting somewhere now with this haircut. I think what I wanna do now is just lighten it up a little bit with the 1 underneath what I just did before. Get this 1 here. Oh, so like with the 1, I'm gonna move this a little bit into the middle here, just so it's a little bit longer than a 1, because I want to break down this line just a little bit more. Happy New Year's to you, Day. I love you. It's my cousin Diana calling from South Carolina? No, North Carolina. And so, those people in the metaverse, what are you guys doing for New Year's? Let me know. Alright, so now we're gonna go with the number number 3, only to take out some of the heaviness that we had before. This little bit of heaviness in here. The 3's not really cutting much. Kind of hear it. So I'll go to a 2, and with the 2, go a little bit on the longer side, so I could soften this darkness here. There you go. Now it's cutting a little bit. It's the 2. And you gotta experiment a little bit. Like right now, I thought the 2 would handle that line, but it seems like I gotta go back with the 1.5. But like a little bit longer, and touch this line up just a little bit. Yeah, that's what I was going for. See that? Nice little blend there. And I wasn't fully on the 1.5. I was like just a little bit open. There you go. I'm happy with that. I would like to go skin, but I don't have the time and I don't want to mess up where I am already. I feel like I did a decent job with it right now. Same thing here. Go a little longer on the 1.5. And I'm just going to take out this little dark spot right here. And that's one thing too, when you're cutting hair or your own hair, you know, do what you did on the other side. You should get the same result. So like I didn't have to go through the 2 and a little bit lower to figure out that I needed to, what I'm looking for was in this clip here, this 1.5 here. And I'm gonna go just a little bit tighter. What do you guys think? I think I got the bulk of what I wanted to do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm gonna call it here. What I'm gonna do is probably touch this up. Yeah, I'll show you guys. Might as well while we're here. While we're in the matrix. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna take these guys, this thinning shears. It's like a comb and a scissor put together. Whenever you are training yourself to be a scissor person, only move one side, only move your thumb. Big technique right there. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is just thin out the edges a little bit just to make the blend a little nicer. So, let's see. And these you don't wanna go, when you use these, you don't wanna go too close to the root because then you'll have, when it grows out, it'll look a little stringy. So, only on the edges there. See, it's starting to blend out. I might freehand it a little bit. There you go. I'm happy with that. Same thing on the other side. There you go. Let's see, let's take a look at this one more time. Yeah, I mean, I could probably, or I should blend this a little bit more. But you can see, I'm happy with this look right here. But yeah, I feel like I'm gonna thin this edge out just a little bit so it doesn't stick out as much. Here. This is to soften the line a little bit, but not totally take it out. There you go. Actually looks really good. Bring this up. There you go. All right, folks. I think we got to where we wanted to go. Now I'm ready to go for New Year's. And I hope you are too. This is Master Barber John Rivera signing out, telling you I love you, have a happy New Year, and be safe, health, wealth, peace, and love. Bye.